Welcome to North Metro TV News, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Rusty Ray. First up, as more Minnesotans are vaccinated against COVID-19, Anoka County's vaccination rate is among the lowest in the metro area. About 41% of Anoka County residents have received at least one dose of the COVID vaccine, according to the Minnesota Department of Health. About 1/3 of the county, about 110,000 people, have completed the series of shots. But that's still below Hennepin, Ramsey, Dakota, and Scott counties, where at least half of residents have gotten at least one dose. Nearby Sherburne County is lower at just 31%. Now the state is ready to vaccinate 12 to 15-year-olds as well. Right now, only the Pfizer vaccine can be used for that age group. You can sign up for an appointment at one of the state community vaccination program locations. That includes the former YMCA building in Lino Lakes, where they are also currently taking walk-ins. Well, it was a relief for many businesses when Governor Walz announced the state was rolling back COVID-19 rules at the end of this month. On May 28th, bars and restaurants will be able to operate at full capacity for the first time in more than a year. As Mike Johnson reports, one restaurant owner says it's a light at the end of a long tunnel.
After going through 2 closures in the past year, including being completely shut down over the holidays, Carol's in Blaine is getting busy again. Currently, they're forced to operate at 75% capacity, but that limit will be lifted at the end of May.
And we're thankful because it has been long, and I think everybody has been affected by it in some way, somehow. So it'll feel good to be open at a full capacity.
Co-owner Teresa Benson says the hardest part has been keeping up with restrictions for more than a year.
You know, I think the hardest part is just making sure that we are in compliance. And, you know, I don't know if you noticed, we've got plastic, in between the booths now.
Those plastic dividers will remain to help keep customers safe, but also because removing them would leave unsightly holes in what was new upholstery before COVID. Metro North Chamber President Lori Higgins says finally having a plan to return to normal is a relief for businesses.
And the biggest thing that they've been asking for during this pandemic is just information on what to expect and some sort of timeline. So to finally have this, we are very ecstatic. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and yeah, we couldn't be happier.
Now, a new challenge for Carol's and other businesses is finding help. Teresa Benson is looking for cooks and serving staff.
It's been difficult. Nobody's applying. It's just, and I mean, I shouldn't say nobody. We're getting a few here and there, and I'm thankful, but it's been slow, and I'm hearing that it's all over.
A survey this month from the National Restaurant Association points to recovery in the industry, with hiring increases for the 4th month in a row. But staffing levels are still down 14% from pre-pandemic levels nationwide. 28% of restaurant operators say it'll take up to a year to return to normal staffing levels.
Getting back to a full workforce could take some time. And again, there could be some modifications that businesses have to make in the interim. Maybe it's shorter hours or, reduced services. That again is going to be based on that particular business and their needs and their workforce.
Benson hopes it will get easier when college students start looking for summer jobs, but she says reopening without restrictions will feel good for the restaurant and her customers.
Because we're still getting people who are saying, boy, this is my first time out in 14 months. And I'm like, oh, good to have you. Glad you're out. Come on back.
For North Metro TV News, I'm Mike Johnson reporting.